Hello ladies and gents, this is another video brought to you by Ant's Hood. And today's video is about my Carebara diversa, and it's a major party. Now I don't know what it is about these girls, but I always want to do a punchy title with them. I just think because they give them this awe-inspiring epicness that is the diversa, they're just so cool. I think it's been about just shy of 2 months since I did the video on these girls, when I attached a new outworld, I believe it was, and I gave them a new nest. Now, I'll tell you about that nest in a second anyway. But 2 months on, and there's been quite a big change with the colony. Now this is their setup at the moment. It is in the corner of the room just because I'm so starved for space on the table at the moment. Now as you can see here, they've got the, or what I did from my last video, the Wakooshi S5 outworld, which is a pretty big outworld, and it's got the original MS 3.5 I think it was here. That was their first nest, and I expanded them into this second MS 5.5. Now, when I first moved them in, they only just filled up the MS 3.5, but a month on, you'll see the difference. Because there's not a lot of activity going on in the outworld at the moment, as you can see, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to address the issue with the barrier, because, like I said, there's not much activity at the moment anyway. That issue was that I applied a mineral oil onto this, but unfortunately it kind of failed because they were sticking the dead to it, as you can see here. Now I did speculate that would happen, and I kind of expected it, so I put a PTFE barrier around it, around the openings anyway, to stop them getting out. But what I want to do is clean this up and apply the PTFE barrier so they won't be sticking their stuff to it. Not only that, it looks a bit cleaner as well. Like I said, I knew this was going to happen, but I also know mineral oil is a good barrier as well. Now, PTFE, especially this stuff I'm using, now this is the stuff from Ant Antics. It's not the best stuff I've ever used in my life, to be fair. I think there's better stuff out there, to be fair, and I need to get some more anyway because even that's running out. But anyway, to clean it off, the mineral oil, that is, all I get is cotton wool, wet it down and wipe it all around to give it a good clean. All I'm doing is the top, I'm not doing the sides, just because these are normally crammed in the corner, so if I want to take pictures of them, I need a good clear side as well. So I'm only going to put the PTFE on the top roof, as you can see here. It's just a simple matter of going around it with my big fat chubby arms and really chubby fat hands, and going around cleaning it all off. It's not too difficult or hard or anything like that. Now then, what get my words out, geez. Then what I'll do is I'll get a nice dry one, as you can see here, and just dry the excess water up and picking up all the remaining mineral oil and stuff like that. That's all you do to clean it off. You don't need to strip the whole thing down or anything like that, because if you did that, then your ants just get out everywhere anyway. I had this same battle with my messer earlier today as well. What's also cool as well, you can see to the left there, I've got my leaf cutters doing feasting on some privet hedges, I think it is. I love those girls, they're really so interesting to watch. But this video is not about leaf cutters, this video is about my Carebara. Now, I think I just picked up a loose one, I think that's what I was looking down for there. Then all I do is, you got this applicator's pants as well, because if you don't clean it straight afterwards, and I always forget to clean it, it just leaves clumps of PTFE everywhere. I just don't like this. I think the best stuff I got was from Ant Slab, I think it was, where I had an applicator brush. That was brilliant, really good stuff. I need to see if I can find some. I can't remember where I got it from. I think it was there. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again. Not digressing, Ants England, tangent this time. I'm changing my words because of you. Ha! So, I don't know what I'm looking at there. I'm obviously being a bit weird because that's how I generally am. But let's get back on topic. So, this was them filling up pretty much as they did the MS 5.5. 2 months ago, well, it's just shy of 2 months ago now. This was them then. Check them out now. And this is them now. Now, they haven't completely filled this up yet, to be fair. There's still a bit of space to the right here, but wait until I get the macro shot on, and then you'll see what I mean about a major party, because they're just exploding in numbers when it comes to majors. I'll start off in the old MS 3.5. Now, I do apologise for this a little bit, because I do get a bit of glare off the light, but hey ho. As you can see, it's pretty busy still, and there's the big ass of the queen. And there's one of the majors, one of many, I assure you. As you can see, there's still plenty of brood in there. Lots and lots of brood, even though they're in the other nest. And it is super busy with thousands upon thousands of the minor workers. Now, obviously, the minor workers are the backbone of the whole colony. They do most of the work, do most of the collecting of food and stuff like that. Now, the majors do, the mediums and the majors do get involved as well, but like, I just stop calling them majors. I should really retitle this and call it "It's a Super Major Party," because there is just so many super majors now. I don't think I've got the biggest size of super majors yet, but I've still got a lot. Anyway, as you can see here, the MS 3.5 is still really busy, but let's check out the other one. Now, as we can see when we pan around in this nest, it's quite busy. Now, this is where the crack was, and you can see where they've been excavating it and dumping the excavation bits. A bit of roach there. They're actually processing the outer shell as well of it, which is interesting to see, to be fair. There's another super major, but there's still plenty of brood in here. I mean, lots of brood, in fact. For the size of the colony, they do have a large amount of brood. But then again, the minors don't live very long, to be honest. The majors live a lot longer. Look at the size. That's going to be a big super major. So is that one. Look at the arse on that. Ooh. Oh my God, look at her. Look at her. Look at the size of that head. Like I said, I don't think I've got the biggest super major yet. I think I'm still like the second biggest super major. But either way, these girls are really impressive. And just look how many I've got as well. There is tons and tons of super majors. I'm not going to sit there and count them. You're more than welcome to, because I'm pretty much filling my whole colony here. But as you can see, there is busy with lots and lots of brood over this side. Now, I think I've only been hydrating this side. That's why most of the brood's here, and I've been hydrating the MS 3.5 because the queen's in there. I don't know what's going on there. I think it's where they've dug underneath through the cracks they've got underneath the gypsum. But yeah, that's the only point of hydrating. I do that to give them the gradient that they want as well. But this is the side where most of the super majors are hanging out with their mates, chilling, having a couple of bevies, and just doing whatever they do, which is probably not a lot, to be honest. But as you look around, not so much brood. There is some brood still on the walls of this nest, but generally speaking, it is just a hangout for the super majors. As you can see here, there is absolutely tons of them. But this is why I love the colony, though. This is why I love Carebaras, because I am absolutely obsessed with polymorphism. And if you don't know what that is, it basically means ants that have loads of different sizes or different castes, as it were. And these girls take it to the extreme, as you know from my previous videos. I just think it's such a brilliant quality in ants that that's another huge super major when she pupates, that is. Yeah, they're just so interesting. Not so much going on in here, actually. It's pretty empty this side. But yeah, I think it's such a brilliant part of the Carebaras. I absolutely love it. Polymorphism is just awesome. Anyway, so this is what I'm talking about when it comes to a major party, because in this clip, it's about a minute long I think it is, you see a lot of the super majors cutting around, and you won't believe that just underneath them, crawling underneath the massive tanks there is, was another major. And that's just a normal major. This is how big the super majors are. They are absolutely huge, and they're just so interesting to watch as well because of the varying in size. And like I said, I love it. And Carebaras as well, I love the interesting foraging lines that they form as well. Everyone knows, if you've watched my videos, I love foraging lines. I don't know why, I think it's just a cool trait of ants, but these girls take it to the extremes. Now, once I get a large enough setup with them, I should hopefully see that a bit better and a bit more. And this outworld that I've got at the moment is probably a bit too small to get really strongly defined lines, because I just don't need to roam that far for it. But one day, hopefully. But anyway, the super major party, check it out. There's just loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. I'm so pleased this colony's picked up. It took a long while, but I think I'm finally there. These girls are just so interesting to watch as well. This is the small outward. Now, I can see a trail quite clear as day here, but to an untrained eye, it might not be as obvious. But it is going pretty much slightly bowing to the left before going from one entrance to the other. And you've got a media worker standing guard there. Now, like I said, I love the trailing of these girls. I just don't think my setup's big enough to really appreciate a proper false trail, like I said before. But either way, I think they're great. Now, I've actually been starving them of protein jelly because they've been storing it in the corner of the outworld. So I've left it until they've reduced most of it before feeding them again some protein jelly. So just bear that in mind if protein jelly is the way to go with these guys for you, because they will do something like that. Just leave it for them to then take what they've stored and use that. I've tried them with mealworms. They're not over. Wow, they've already cut into that big time. Wow. I've used mealworms today. It's the first time I've done. No, they're not Mario worms. Sorry, it's the first time I've done it with them. But they seem to like them, but they don't go as crazy as they do for roaches. Now, this is the cool stuff. I just love watching this, watching them coming in and out of this entrance. As you can see here, they've even got I think that's probably a media worker more than a major. It could be a major. I'm not entirely sure. Guarding the entrance to it as they come in and out, kind of vetting them as they come in. I love it. I think these girls just have my passion. Now, as far as I'm aware, I've not noticed any of the retailers and having them in stock at the moment, but I got mine from Ant Antics. Now, Ant Antics Thanks very much for these, mate. I love them to pieces, you can probably tell from this video. Ant Antics has got the affinis in. Now, there's no real big difference with the affinis to the diversa, apart from the slightly redder and what these are. Diversa is slightly blacker, and I think they might be slightly smaller as well. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. But I have just messaged Rich from Ant Antics, and he assures me that he's getting a supply of these in on Thursday. So today being the 5th of November, I think it is today the 5th that I'm filming this. Yes, the 5th of November, hence the fireworks if you can hear them in the background. So this was going to go live on the 6th, so we're talking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About the 11th he's going to get them in stock, give or take. I really just did that maths on top of my head and it was really bad. So he told me that he's probably going to quarantine them for a short period of time to make sure they've got no mites or there's anything dodgy going on with them, or if they potentially die. So he's going to quarantine for a little while, but then they're going to be in stock. So by all means, keep an eye on Ant Antics website, because he is getting some of these ladies in. Now these guys, like I said, came from Ant Antics and they've done really well, as you can see. Mine started a bit slow, but they do recommend you keep them at 27 degrees. I've been keeping mine at 25 degrees because that's the room I keep my temperature for my leaf cutters. And I don't know why I'm just looking at the floor. I think the camera fell down. Oh yeah, it did fall down. Hey. So 25 degrees is fine for these girls. Probably why I've had slightly slower growth, but as you can tell, they're really taken off. Keep them at 25 is probably a good idea, because you don't want them to grow super fast too quick, because they will if you give them the opportunity. So I've kind of controlled the growth and they're very much manageable for me at the moment, even though they have just got past that barrier, the PTF barrier I put on earlier in this video. Oh, they're so annoying. But I've got outworlds ready for these girls ready, and I've got the nests back that my what are they called? Fire ants were in that I sent to Wakooshi. He's now sent me some new ones back to replace them, so I've got plenty of nests for them going forward to expanding. I was actually going to attach them, but when I got my macro shot in there, I kind of realised I don't need to attach another nest yet, so I'm going to leave it a little bit longer before I do attach those nests. But anyway, these girls are absolutely epic. I think they're brilliant. I love them. I recommend them to anybody that's got the finances to be able to keep on top of their growth. These girls, I have got a number of outworlds set up from my old, from the fire ant setup that I've not used. At the moment, because I don't know what's going on with moving house and stuff, I'm a bit reluctant to connect them all up, because then it would be an absolute nightmare to disconnect it and ship them out. But if I have to, I will, because I don't want to have a repeat of the escaping that I got from my Solenopsis. Finally thought of the actual scientific name, my Solenopsis. These girls are very aggressive. They will attack other conleys. I'm assuming probably not to the extent that my Solenopsis did, because they've got a potent sting where these girls don't. But they are still very much a swarming animal, and if they do get into a setup, they will swarm it and overwhelm any small colonies that they've got there. So I am very mindful of that, and when it comes to these girls, I have definitely got that at the forefront of my mind when it comes to these girls. I will be prepared, unlike I was for my Solenopsis. Well, I thought I was prepared for my Solenopsis, obviously not. But anyway, check out Ant Antics. You do get a 5% discount if you use my discount code. I think it's something like Hood is Good. That is in my description, so you can pop down there and you can see it. But anyway, I will stop talking. In fact, no, I'm not going to stop talking rubbish. I'm going to show you some photos I've took of the majors, super majors. So these are some thumbnail pictures that I take. I take a number of pictures to get the right thumbnail. These didn't make the cut for various reasons, but they're still epic photos by themselves, and I absolutely love them. Really shows off the lovely, awesome polymorphism that is with these girls. They're just absolutely epic. I love them to pieces. I never thought, I took a while to get these because I didn't have the confidence, especially after mite issue, but as you can see here, I've not got any mites at the moment at all, which is really good. But like I said, these girls are just epic. But realistically speaking, we need to really have a good look at the Queen, because we haven't seen her properly in this video. Look at her. This is the person that founded this colony. She is absolutely humongous. Just look at her compared to the workers. She is just a monster. She's fairly active. I don't think she likes the light, so when I take the cover off, she gets a bit pissed off. But bearing in mind, this is about as pissed off as she gets, because she doesn't move fast anywhere fast at all. She's very big, so she's very slow and methodical. But just look at the amount of miners that are looking there to protect her. And I think earlier in the video you had a major shadowing her as well to make sure she was nice and safe, because we've disturbed the nest. She's just beautiful. And now I will leave it at this and stop talking rubbish, because she is a great thing to finish on. But that's it for today, and guys, do hope you enjoyed this video. Do miss making these videos, and I will get into the swing of things again and start being a bit more consistent with them. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, by all means hit the like and subscribe, and if you want to support my channel, I've got Patreon and that YouTube membership-y thingy-majiggy, which will be in my description. I'll display this video. I think it's a tab, like say thanks or something, I don't know. But anyway, check it out. But I do need to say thank you to the people that do support me currently, so please join me in saying a big thank you to these guys: Adam W, Ant Antics, Anty Matters, David D, Paul A, Pjants, Pjants and PJGrant, and the 530 ski. Because if it wasn't for your support, guys, my channel wouldn't be what it is today, and I won't be getting some new ants I'm getting next week as well. Can't wait. And like I said before, I've got a YouTube membership supporty thingamajiggy family, whatever the hell they call it these days, YouTube thingy. So please join me in saying a big thank you to Anty Matters, Lee, PJ and PJGrant, Pumpkin and Wakooshi, because yet again your support helps me awesomely as well. But anyway guys, I will stop talking rubbish now. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoy it. I try my best to get as consistent again, get the consistency back with my videos, so bear with me. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing my next one. Bye bye for now.